It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. This should be a good one to watch on Monday night.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's Week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy, let the offense unfold, trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
Automatic first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They bring their tight end right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be let out by their rookie quarterback taken in the 3rd round of this past April's draft.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning. He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's 1st and 10. Sending a receiver right. Quick throw here is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
2nd down and 8. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment. Defense. Still 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. 11 yards on the connection there, and that will be a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll send him over to the left. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? This one complete right side. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of...
And he will dive into the end zone.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out at the 40-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and that'll be a pickup of 3. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a of their. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And the move down inside the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Still 1st down.
Back to the ground after the penalty. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the 1st down inside the 25.
The 22-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. Result is a 1st down.
Now this time they'll look to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. It's a close game early on. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. A run on 1st and goal. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw to the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The sideline erupted. They thought that was an easy 6, but instead it was nothing but disappointment. I mean, that is a gut-wrenching missed opportunity for the offense, and he has his head down.
And he's in. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
The extra point is good. And the visitors will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. One of the tight ends in motion right. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Back to the air one more time. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw yet again. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will score.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
The extra point, up and good. And his guys are on top. It's 14 to 10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Here's a run. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Here now, second down and goal. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. We'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up third and goal. They'll look to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And the visitors move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Receiver in motion, going right. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw again. He pulls it in around the 5. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. And bring up 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And he will take this one across into the end zone.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. And his guys move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Visitors, 17.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. First and 10.
First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the
ready
last
to get back
score
at it
wins.
as we get back underway here on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They'll start out first down and 10. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. A run now on second down. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Slot man in motion right. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
Second down and 8. Now a give on the ground. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down.
a 2-yard pickup. Brings up third and 6.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still third down.
So now, following the penalty, they're only going to need a yard. It is third and 1. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
A pickup of 12 yards. That's enough for a 1st down. They bring the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. With a tight end motioning left here. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw taken in. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. And that will be a 1st down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to get this one on the ground. They will have it at the 24-yard line. That's enough for a 1st down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Tight end on the move left. They'll go with a counter on first down. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So these teams trade field goals in the third as we come to the end of the quarter. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Back to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Now a handoff running right. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Well, now this brings up third down, Mike, and a really tough call for this coach. Does he want to remain aggressive, put the ball in the air, and try to keep this offense on the field? Or can he be a little more conservative, not be afraid to punt the ball away, and hope his defense can finish this game out?
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up fourth down. We're about ready now for the punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They motion a receiver right. They'll look to throw yet again. A throw on the run is complete. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Now a give up the middle. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll go with him again. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to get back to a 1-possession game.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get this just past the 45 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they go. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Handoff here, up the middle. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. This defense in desperate need of a stop, and here comes 3rd down. A handoff as they try to run it here.
The running back is on the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd down. He'll go right and find his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap. Second down, goal to go. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the second time this year. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.